Hello and welcome to Smaulgld, Central Bank of Russia Gold Reserve Update for the month of August 2018. It was a big one. Russia added 1 million ounces of gold to reserves in August, bringing the total gold reserves just shy of 2,000 tons at 1,999.9535582 tons. That is the fifth largest gold hoard by a central bank in the world. For those of you keeping track in tons, 1 million ounces is about 31.1034768 tons. And that was the largest amount of gold that Russia has added to reserves since September 2017. Got some charts to take a look at. Let's just get some general data in place before we start. Russia added 224 tons of gold to reserves in 2017 and has added this year over 161 tons through August. At this pace, Russia will add 240 tons of gold in 2018, which would be the most ever. Since 2015, in June, Russian central bank has added over 700 tons. All right, let's take a look now. Russian holdings of U.S. treasuries, they sold off their treasuries a few months back, and by May they were at 14.9 billion, and they've remained at that level through July. Gold reserves, in contrast, are worth 77.26 billion at the end of August and constitute almost 17% of overall Russian reserves. We'll note, however, that while Russia has added about 50-60 tons in the past 3 months, the value of their gold reserves has remained constant due to the declining gold price. And there's your Smaulgld mugs. Remember to get your Smaulgld mugs. They're available on the Smaulgld website below this BitChute and below this YouTube video and below this real video. So let's see what else we got for Russia. The Russian gold versus U.S. treasuries, we were keeping track of that for a while, and that shows the red line shows the value of the U.S. treasuries. They had held steady for about $100 billion for the longest time. And then earlier this year in April, they dropped them down to 48 billion. In May, down to 15 billion, and they've remained there through July as of the recent U.S. Treasury TIC report. Now, Russia doesn't have a lot of trade with the U.S., and in fact, it's often under sanctions, so it doesn't make sense for it to have a lot of U.S. Treasuries, but it has now finally rebalanced its reserve portfolio such that treasuries are far less in value than their gold holdings. Now here is a chart that shows that through August 2018, the Central Bank of Russia has added 5.2 million ounces this year, or 161.738 tons of gold, almost 162 tons this year. This one shows the chart of the Central Bank of Russia's their gold reserves since June 2015, adding 720 tons, all the way up to just shy of 2,000 tons. Here's a longer-term chart that shows how Russia would add or subtract gold since 1994. They had a period of time in the late 1990s, early 2000s, where they were actually net gold sellers. And actually from 97 to 2006, they really were overall net sellers and inactive in the gold market. They picked up in earnest around 2008, around the time of the financial crisis, and really stepped up the purchases starting around 2014, now averaging over 200 tons a month. It looks like this year so far at 162 tons might be the largest year ever. Here you go. Well, there's Golden Eagle Coin, SD Bullion, Muddy Metals Exchange. They are affiliate links in which you can add to your own gold stack or silver stack. By clicking on those links, you pay no more, no less than you would if you visited those sites directly. But Smaulgld gets a small commission. It does help out the site. It's not investment advice to buy or sell gold or silver. But if you are interested in buying, please consider comparing and making your purchases through Golden Eagle Coins, SD Bullion, or Money Metals Exchange. Now here is a chart that shows that Russia often adds 1 million ounces of gold to reserves, generally in the fall, around September. And you can see going back to June 2014 that in 2014 they added 1.2 million in September that year. In August the next year, 1 million, and then September, 1.1 million. Again, in 2015, you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times they've added over 1 million ounces of gold. It's usually September that's the big month. So sometimes it looks like only in 2015 did they have a strong August, followed by a strong September, meaning 1 million, and then followed by another 1 million. So it'll be interesting to see if in September, when they normally do poke their heads above 1 million, if they do it again in September. And this chart, if you were going to look at it from June 2014 through August 2018, this reflects 920 tons added, or 29.6 million ounces during that time period. Now, we used to keep track of how Russia's gold reserves were compared to the People's Bank of China's gold reserves. And even when the People's Bank of China was reporting from June 2015 through October 2016, Russia was adding more, and the People's Bank of China stopped adding gold to reserves, or stopped reporting adding gold to their reserves in the same year in which they were officially not recognized as being in the SDR. That was done at the end of 2015. But when the SDR, the Chinese yuan, actually entered the SDR basket in October 2016, since then we haven't heard any additions to gold reserves from the People's Bank of China. Now, where does Russia get all this gold? Well, one of the things that I guess people don't understand, or maybe they do, but that Russia is either the second or third largest gold producing nation in the world, behind China, and if they're third, they're behind Australia. But they have a decent amount of gold reserves, and it seems to make sense with the depreciating ruble that they convert those rubles into gold rather than U.S. treasuries. And you can see over the last 3 or 4 years, they're increasing in a larger amount each year of their gold mining production into gold. The red line reflects the gold that they add, and the blue line, the gold that they produce. Now, they have entered into an agreement to sell some of their excess gold. They have been for a few years selling to China. This year, I believe they're selling some of their excess gold to India. Now, China also has investments in Russian gold mining, so there's probably an agreement there. But you can see there's not much room for Russia to give away much more or sell much more, because unless they increase production. Now, where does this put Russia in terms of the entire the league tables for gold holding nations? Well, it's fifth. Russia at 1,995 tons is now, well, they're fifth. They're right behind France, Italy, don't count the IMF as a country, Germany, and the United States. And then you've got China behind them, Switzerland, Japan, Netherlands. Turkey's fallen out. Turkey sold some gold, but also the way they were counting Turkey's gold, it wasn't all at the central bank, some were in other banks. And so the way the World Gold Council is now calculating it, they're way down to in the 240s. But India's added some gold in the past couple of months and is now at 573, holding on to their 10th place position. And there's your Russian treasuries. I didn't update it because that 14.9 number is about the same as it has been for the past couple of months. All right, well, thank you very much for listening, and be sure to join us each and every night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for a live stream, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, economics, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Smaulgld YouTube channel. Be sure to check us out at BitChute, Minds.com, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Gab AI, and also right here on Smaulgld.com. Thank you very much.